Next Wednesday, I'm going to kill one of those hogs. Yeah. And we're going to have some good meat we haven't had in a long time. Civil administrator, assassin, traitor.
Third hanging in a week.
I believe in a couple of executions a week just to keep the good citizens in line.
You grew up among these good citizens, Mr. Hale. It must grieve you sorely to see them afflicted.
On the contrary, Captain Kirby. Roger's delighted to even the score with a lot of people who would never accept him in the old days.
That will be all, Rosie.
On August 1st, Charles Edward Barber was tried and convicted by a military tribunal for the murder of a Union soldier in the pursuance of his duty. The sentence was death by hanging. You have anything to say before sentence is executed?
Only this. How could Matthew Taylor's son sink so low as to work with a man like Roger Hale?
Have nothing better to say, I'll give the order.
No, don't do that! Please don't do that! Let him go, please! No, don't! Don't do that! Oh, God, dear God, don't let him do it! He didn't murder anyone!
Take her away.
He killed a man defending his home! A miserable two-room shack on an acre of land that barely feeds herself!
Listen to me. I said listen. Now listen. It's my job to enforce the law without prejudice. Now, these laws apply to rich and poor alike, with no exceptions. Now, if you have nothing further to say, Barber.
I have.
Put on that noose!
Will I cut him down?
No. Let him dangle a while. As a lesson to others who might have similar ideas. Read the rest of that proclamation. Be it further proclaimed that for measures of safety, it is henceforth declared unlawful to possess firearms or to be abroad on the streets after 9 o'clock curfew. The right of public assembly is hereby revoked.
Go home now. All right, folks, everybody go home. It's all over. Go home now.
Bourbon, the same.
Make it 3.
When did you start drinking, Dr. Colfax?
Right after that last proclamation. I suppose the next one will limit the amount of air a man can breathe or how much whiskey he can drink. Yeah. I order the civil administrator. I know a better name for him. Yes, traitor, tyrant, despot. That's right.
Men like Hale have risen before and been defeated. We mustn't lose hope. Gentlemen, our pleas will reach the right people up north, and they will not go unanswered.
Words, gentlemen, words. Agreed. I say it's time for action. Yes, action against Roger Hale.
Touch Roger Hale, and they'll take it out on the whole town and probably appoint somebody worse in his place.
Couldn't find one, even up north. Something better happen. I've had about all this I can stand.
Gentlemen, please, before they call this public assembly and put a padlock on my door.
Tell Major Grayson to come in, will you?
Yes, sir.
Major Grayson?
At ease, Major. The statements in these letters from your hometown aren't new to me, Major Grayson. There have been similar reports from other parts of the South. Some true, some malicious.
The statements in those letters are true, sir. I know these people.
The aftermath of war is never easy for either side, and it's hardest on those who were defeated. I know you Southerners never want to admit defeat, but maybe it's a good thing, because it'll be up to you to build back what's been destroyed. My job is to see that President Lincoln's program is carried out honestly. The war is over, and North and South can cooperate again.
My only interest is in seeing that an honest administrator is sent to Galeston to replace Roger Hale.
I'm telling you, it can't be done on the strength of these letters. I've got to have facts, not accusations.
You'll more than likely get a dead Roger Hale. Good day, sir.
Hey, mister, hurry it up. That's Grayson Manor, where the civil administrator lives. It's the finest house in town. Oh, here it is.
Much obliged.
You're welcome.
I'm sure none of us want to see any more bloodshed. The youth of the South's already gone. And action and revolt is for young men.
You're not too old to shoot a gun.
That's foolish talk, son, in a town full of soldiers.
So it's foolish. It's time we stood up to Roger Hale and his gang.
Take it easy, son.
Do me a favor, Doc. Stop calling me son.
Considering I brought you into this world, seems only natural to call you son.
Memory serves me, Doctor, you brought most of us into this world.
Rockwell, Grayson. Well, we'd long since given you up as dead.
After 18 months in a prison hospital, might as well have been.
This one's on the house, Mr. Grayson.
Thanks. This one I can afford.
And there's a lot of us in the same fix. And we need you here in Galeston. Things have changed.
Yes, we're under martial law. Watched day and night by the Yankees.
And Roger Hale's the civil administrator.
Roger Hale, huh? He always did want to be in politics.
Dirty politics.
Corruption.
Well, someone has to be civil administrator, I suppose.
But you don't understand. Hale's bleeding us white and the Army's backing him up.
Doesn't sound like much of an inducement to stay.
Unless you want to help us do something about it.
Like what?
I thought you'd have some ideas.
Listen, Colonel, I'm just about out of ideas. All I want's a square meal and a place to sleep for a long time.
I guess it's hard for you to understand, Rockwell. But you will after you've been here for a while. It's bad enough to lose the war, to suffer humiliation.
The
and
war. Aren't you men ever going to stop talking about the war? Look, Doctor, the war's over, and we lost. The sooner you forget it, the better.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of talk from you.
He doesn't mean it that way. He's just tired out.
I mean it exactly that way.
Maybe you'll change your mind, Grayson. Did you know that Hale had commandeered your family's home for his headquarters?
Why not? It's the most centrally located building in town.
But it's your home, Rockwell. You were born there.
To me, it's a relic of the past, and Hale's welcome to it.
If I didn't revere the memory of your father...
Listen, Colonel, if you'd spend less time revering memories, sir, you'd be a lot better off. Or perhaps you'd rather have Grayson Manor rot out from under me while I sit on the porch sipping mint juleps. Not for me. If you gentlemen want to kill yourselves fighting a war you've already lost, go ahead. But count me out. I had enough.
So you had 5 years of war and you're licked. Where do you think I got this? You're all in one piece, ain't you? Major Rockwell Grayson, soldier and gentleman of the South. 5 years ago, I stood by your mother and watched you ride off to war.